You put your stuff in locker, then closed it, but suddenly got startled when someone ruffled your hairs from behind. You turned around and gasped when you found him exactly in front of you. A mischievous grin was visible on his face. Idiot, what's with you? Good morning, dummy, he greeted while showing his bunny smile. What's your problem? Are you planning to ruin my day by showing your face early in the morning? Dummy, don't be so rude to me. By the way, what are you holding? None of your concern. Show me. He snatched the file from your hands. Oh, assignments. I see. Where is mine? You frown. What do you mean? It's only one assignment. Where is mine? Didn't I told you to complete mine too? And why do you think I'll complete yours? Who are you to me? You asked while crossing your arms against your chest. Oh, come on, Bayan. You know very well who I am to you, he said with a smirk plastered on his face. Don't talk too much and give my assignments back to me, you said while trying to snatch assignments from his hands. No way. There's no name mentioned on it, so I'll keep it, he said, then ran away from there. Jungkook, you shouted, then stomped your feet in annoyance. Why he always irritates me. Everyone submit your assignments, and those who have not completed should go out and take 10 rounds of the ground. Jungkook glanced at you with concerning gaze, cause earlier he snatched your assignment from you. You raised your brows at him in a questioning way. Take this and submit it. He returned back the assignment to you. Are you perhaps concerned for me, Mr. Jeon? You asked with a teasing smile. No, why would I? This is yours, so keep it with you. No need, I have mine, you said while putting out your assignment from the bag. Did you really make 2 assignments? So this one is really mine? Yes, suddenly he pinched your cheeks. Oh, dummy, you are so caring. Don't be too glad. Yesterday you helped me in maths problems, so I am just returning your favor. He sits back on his place after being disappointed and frustrated. Vine, you really know how to piss. Vine and Jungkook, stop talking and submit your assignments. Okay, sir, he whined. You chuckle internally on seeing his frustrated face with cute little pout. He is sometimes too cute to resist. You and your friend Cassie were peacefully having your lunch until Jungkook came and sits beside you. You rolled your eyes at him. At least let me eat peacefully. Who stopped you? He said, then shifted your plate to himself and started eating from it. Are you for real, Jungkook? That is my plate, you said angrily. When did I say it's mine? He said while chewing. Give my plate back and let me eat. I'm hungry. Go bring your own plate. Who stopped you? Let's eat in the same plate. Jungkook, you grated your teeth angrily, but he just chuckled. You look cute when you're angry. Vine, what's the problem? You can eat with him in the same plate. After all, you... Cassie pressed her lips together when she found you glaring her. Let her speak, man. After all, she's saying the truth. Shut up, Jungkook. Okay, don't get angry, my little angry bird. Here, eat this, he said while bringing a spoonful of food near your mouth to feed you. You looked at food, then at him. He signaled you to eat it, so you opened your mouth and ate it. Unconsciously, a small smile came on his lips. Cute. Cassie, let's go home, you said to Cassie, and she nodded. But where is Jungkook? I saw him just now with the new girl. They were kinda close. What? Which new girl? The one who transferred recently in our college. Are you serious? She's our junior. Yes, why would I lie to you about it? If you don't believe me, then let's go, I'll show you. See, I told you. Your gaze bent towards the direction she pointed, where you found Jungkook with a new girl. Suddenly you felt a little hurt. It's not like you both were in some kind of relationship, but still he was the man whom you adored secretly. You both knew each other since childhood, and after living around him, you start feeling something for him. You both are enemies since childhood. That's because both of your parents compare you from each other, and that's what made you both enemies of each other, and it remains continued till now in form of teasing, irritating, annoying, bickering and fighting. And now seeing him close with a new girl brought some strange and unknown feelings inside you. Just look how she's clinging to Jungkook and he's not even saying anything to her. Your gaze bent where that girl was clinging to Jungkook's arm. A wave of jealousy ran in your nerves and unknowingly you clenched your fist. Let's go from here, you said in slightly low voice while gulping the lump. Okay, taking last glance of Jungkook, you both left from there. Jungkook entered inside the class. Soon his gaze landed on you, who was focusing on a book. An evil smirk appeared on his face while thinking something. Soon he approached you and ruffled your hairs and messed them up badly. Dummy, do you like this hairstyle made by me? He asked with a mischievous grin. You didn't reply. Jungkook became shocked, as he was expecting you to punch him or kick his balls, but you didn't even react. You just fixed your hairs and focused back on your book. He was really confused. Pressing his arms over your table, he leaned with a raised eyebrow. What happened to you today? Why does your battery seems to be down? Nothing, you replied shortly in a low voice without making eye contact with him. He sensed the sadness in your voice. Are you sure? He asked again because he was not satisfied yet with your answer. This time you just nodded while focusing on the book. You were acting like you were too engrossed in book, but in real, you just wanted to avoid him. Why is he acting different? Is he perhaps trying to avoid me? By the way, yesterday you didn't wait for me. You went home alone. We both would have gone home together. You were quite busy with some new people, so I thought not to disturb you. You said with a straight face. He frowned on hearing you. What do you... Unfortunately, Jungkook couldn't get chance to talk further as the professor came and the class started. During the class, when all were busy in taking notes, so as you, Jungkook was taking glances of you time to time. You didn't look back at him even though you felt his eyes on you. He was really confused. His mind was trying to find out the reason for sudden change in your behavior. What happened to her suddenly? It seems like something is off with her. She was okay till yesterday. Did I do something wrong? Why do I feel like she is ignoring me? No, I guess I'm just overthinking. It's currently lunchtime. You entered the cafeteria along with Cassie and your eyes fell on Jungkook. That new girl was also sitting together with him. It seemed like he was having a lot of fun eating together with her. You didn't know why you felt little hurt. It felt like as if someone stabbed your heart with knife. Seems like these two have become very close to each other in just a day. Cassie scoffed while looking at them, whereas you felt a pang in your heart, but you decided to shrug it off. Anyways, let's go eat. I'm so hungry, you hummed. Soon Jungkook's gaze landed on you. A small smile kept on his beautiful lips when he saw you coming towards his direction. Oh, dummy, he called you in a loud voice, getting attention of other students. He was about to hold your wrist, but you walked past him with a straight face, completely ignoring his presence. Students were shocked, especially Jungkook. He was really confused now. You were never so peaceful. He was expecting you to fight with him or irritate him, but you just ignored him and went to sit on table far away from him. Jungkook in mind. Did she just ignore me? Something is really wrong. I need to figure it out. Did something happen between you two? He asked confusingly. No, I don't think so. I don't know why she just ignored me. Annie heard their conversation, but she just shrugged, thinking it's not relatable to her. Oppa, I am full now. I am going for my next class, she said to Jimin while getting up on her place. Okay. Bye, Jungkook Oppa. She waved bye to him with a wide smile. Jungkook smiled a little and nodded to her. Then she left from there and then they continued having their lunch. Whole day you ignored Jungkook because of fear that if you will talk to him then you will fall for him more and he doesn't feel anything for you. On the other hand, Jungkook noticed the change in your behavior and not gonna lie, this change was affecting him too much. He was madly missing that annoying and irritating Van. He tried to talk to you several times, but you just avoided him. Till now, he was unaware that you were ignoring him because he was getting closer to the new girl. You were casually sitting on the couch while listening to your mother's blabberings. Actually, she is going to your hometown today, so she was telling you to eat on time, lock the door, don't get scared. If something happens, then call her and blah blah. Suddenly, you heard the doorbell ring. Go open the door and see who has come. Okay, mom. You lazily walked to the door and opened it and saw Jungkook standing there. Is Jungkook standing at the door? You got a little shocked. You wondered how she exactly knows that it's Jungkook. Yes, mom, how do you know? You asked while looking at Jungkook. Because I called him. You frowned and walked to the living room towards your mom. But why, mom? Because I can't take risk. You are my only child here. Jungkook will be staying at our place tonight. He will take care of you. Mom, why? I am grown up now. I can take care of myself. There is no need. Why, dear, the way you are afraid of little mice clearly shows how grown up you have become, she said sarcastically while caressing your cheek. Jungkook giggled secretly, but you glared him, so he instantly pressed his lips together to stop himself. Mom, you are literally making fun of me in front of this bunny, you said while eyeing Jungkook. He innocently pointed at himself while mouthing, Do I look like bunny to you? So you mouthed back to him, Yes, you are. What gestures are you two making towards each other? You both shook your heads as no in sync. Alright, Jungkook dear, take care of Vine. I'll get going now. I'm getting late for the flight. Sure, auntie, I rest assured, he said in extra sweet voice. You raised your brow at the way he changed his tone into sweet melody in front of your mom. Closing the door after bidding bye to your mom, you made your way towards the kitchen, followed by Jungkook. Find yourself any corner of the house and lie there. Do not disturb me, you said coldly. Are you perhaps saying this to me? He pointed at himself. Hearing him, you stopped on your tracks and turned around while folding your arms against your chest. Who else do you see in this house other than you? You weren't talking to me, so I thought you were saying this to someone else. You sighed, then turned around and walked to the kitchen. Are you going to cook? You didn't reply to him. You just pushed out some vegetables and started chopping them. He frowned, then approached you and made you look at him by holding your chin. Are you ignoring me? He asked in a soft voice while keeping his gaze locked with yours. Why do you care? You replied coldly. I do care, Vine. I have been noticing your behavior from yesterday and I found out you are literally ignoring me. Oh, so finally you have got time to notice other things too other than that new girl. You mumbled but loud enough for him to hear. What did you just said? New girl? He asked, furrowing his eyebrows while towering above you. Stay away from me and leave me alone. You pushed him away from you. Wait a minute. He dropped his hands to his hips and walked back and forth while thinking something. A mischievous grin appeared on his face when he realized something. Are you perhaps jealous, Kimayan? Because I spent time with a new girl instead of you? There was a teasing smile and mischief in his voice. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, come on, dummy, why don't you admit it? The more you will deny it, the more I will believe it's true, he said while closing the distance between you two. So what? So what if I'm jealous? Does it even matter to you? When you just think of me as your enemy and doesn't feel anything for me, you burst out and a lone tear fell from your eyes. On hearing you, Jungkook's expression changed from mischievousness to seriousness. He gently held you and made you sit on the kitchen island and stood between your legs. He wiped the tears with his thumb, then cupped your face. Who filled this nonsense in your head, he asked in a soft voice while caressing your cheeks. You didn't reply, you just looked down and continued sobbing. His heart crumbled after hearing your sobs. He sighed, then made you look in his eyes while holding your chin. Look at me, and let me clear your head. It's filled with bullshits. First of all, the girl whom you are jealous of is like a sister to me. She is Jimin's sister and I treat her like my own sister. She has recently transferred to our college, so you should rest assured and don't get jealous cause I'm all yours. Are you saying the truth? You asked while sniffing, to which he slightly nodded. And who told you that I doesn't feel anything for you? Can you feel this? He placed your palm over his chest. My heart is beating crazily only because of you, he said in husky voice. Through your palm you felt his heart increasing its pace and then looked into his eyes, which was showing sincerity, and that was enough to melt your heart. Actually, they both were aware of their feelings for each other, which was growing inside them with passing days, but they were stopping themselves from confessing to each other. I love you, dummy. No matter what happens, I will always love you, always, he confessed suddenly while looking into your eyes. Your heartbeat raced and you felt a strange sensation in your body. You turned your head aside to hide your flushed cheeks, but he cupped your cheeks and made you look into his eyes. And I know that you love me too, he whispered against your lips. You blushed, then decided to tease him a bit. Who said that? You asked in a challenging way, while smiling internally. Don't you love me? He asked back. He knew that you were teasing him, so he decided to play along with you. No, I don't, you replied nonchalantly while smiling internally. Do not play with me, baby, because if I'll start, then you'll not be able to handle it. And trust me, honey, my fingers are more than enough to turn your no into a wide yes, he said with an evil smirk. His words took your breath away. Your heart pounded instantly in your chest. Blood rushed to your cheeks, making them instantly red. Jungkook loved his effect on you. He smirked, then suddenly pressed his lips against yours in a passionate that took you by surprise. Your breath became uneven, heart were in marathon, and cheeks were red and burning. Slowly you too gave in and responded back with the same passion. As you let your hands move from his chest to the nape of his neck. Later your hands got lost in his hairs. He gripped your waist possessively, his mouth devouring yours as he deepened the. After a while he stepped away from the momentary and whispered in your ear, I have been waiting for this moment from years. He finished. You opened your eyes to look at him. Your cheeks blushed insanely. You slowly slid down from the island, and with the blushing cheeks and a stupid smile, you escaped from there. Jungkook chuckled and ran behind you. He was fast enough to hold you in his arms from back. He slowly slid his arms around your waist and dipped his head in the crook of your neck and pressed his lips against your skin. His lips your skin slowly, and you shivered under his touch. It felt so intense and sparkling that you felt goosebumps all over your body. Where do you think you are going, honey? Before taking your words back, he whispered, then deepened. You could feel his lips, your neck harshly. Jungkook, You slowly muttered, but it came out almost inaudible. Then he moved his lips closer to your ear. Hearing his uneven breath, you felt your stomach twisting. You fisted your hands on your top and tried to compress your inaudible. Yes, babe, he muttered in a husky voice. I take my words back. I was just teasing you. I love you instantly. There is no doubt in that. I love you so much, Bunny. I cannot describe that feeling into words. On hearing you, a blissful smile bloomed across Jungkook's face. Holding your hands, he turned you around to face himself. He placed his hand on your neck and massaged there softly. Then your forehead and stayed still, and slowly moved his fingers into your hair, then slides them to your cheeks. Then, out of sudden, he pinched them, and you gasped shockingly. Why would you do that, Jungkook? You asked out of disbelief, but he just chuckled in response. Time to punish my little dummy for ignoring her, Bunny. He muttered. The words took your breath away, but suddenly you frowned when you realized something. But Jungkook, I ignored you because you were getting closer to that girl. I can't forget how she was clinging to you and you were letting her to cling on you. You said in a complaining way. He chuckled and pulled you closer by holding your waist. You rest your palm on his shoulders. I'm sorry, honey. I just consider her as my sister. That's why I was letting her to touch me. I swear I'm never gonna let any girl come near me other than you. Now please forgive your Bunny. Okay, I forgive you this time. But if I ever saw you flirting around with girls, then I'll beat you. Rest assured, honey. I'll never give you a chance for that. He quickly pulled you into his embrace and hugged you tightly.